I would not be surprised that if anybody went through antiparasitic treatment and left with a lot of gut symptoms or conditions, it's because that a lot of time that the gut function or the spleen qi has been damaged and depleted. As far as parasitic infection, it's common, but it's also not common. We have to know that parasite has been living with the human for thousands of years. So it's not surprising that once in a while we'll have some parasitic infection because of the water and the soil or traveling. However, our immune system is strong enough to either expel it or live with it. But do we want to have parasite in the system? Probably not, because it does deplete our nutrient and cause a lot of problems like stomach ache, sometimes acid reflux or pain or malnutrition. So definitely we don't want to have parasite in our body. But in Chinese medicine, parasite is just part of the pathogenic change, just like the bacteria, virus, or even environmental change. It's just part of it. So the problem is not about the parasite. It's actually about how strong your body is to expel the parasite and how strong your immune system is to keep your body not being attacked by the parasite. Because parasite as a parasite itself, they don't want to kill the host. They want to be able to get the nutrient from the host. So, of course, in conventional medicine right now, actually we have a lot of antiparasitic that can get rid of the parasite efficiently. However, the problem is that usually those antiparasitic medication can weaken our immune system or disrupt our immune system as well. So a lot of time the patient can be left with a lot of gut issue. I used to like to say that the gut, when there's a parasitic infection, is really not about the parasite because we can get rid of it easily. But how do we protect the gut function, which is we call spleen qi, is actually the most important. So imagine that you pour, like there are weeds, parasites see as weed on the ground in your garden. It's not that difficult to get rid of weed. Just spray the herbicide. It's the same function as antiparasitic. After the herbicide, we're left with a piece of land that is the micronutrient probably been depleted, the microorganism also being killed at the same time as the weed. So it's basically a land that is depleted as well. So I would not be surprised that if anybody went through antiparasitic treatment and left with a lot of gut symptoms or conditions, it's because that a lot of time that the gut function or the spleen qi has been damaged and depleted. So when we talk about parasitic infection, on top of that infection, everybody carries something that's called constitution or a pattern of health. So it could be that this person is already having a pre-existing spleen qi deficiency. So on top of that, when this person with spleen qi deficiency got the parasitic infection, we're seeing more of the spleen qi deficiency condition, such as diarrhea, such as bloating, such as depressed appetite, such as constipation or diarrhea. But what if this person actually has a pre-existing liver qi stagnation? Then this person will probably left with a lot of qi stagnation like depression, anxiety, affective disorder, insomnia, or a lot of pain. What if this person has more of lung qi deficiency and then they also have parasitic infection? We're probably going to see more, probably this person will have more of that out of breath symptom, low stamina, or feeling weak all the time. So everybody is a little different. According to Chinese medicine, when we treat parasitic infection, a lot of time it's more about this person, how this person present or manifests. And that's what we treat because it's not really about the parasite. It's about this person's imbalance. When we treat parasite, we also need to correct the imbalance in this person. And that's actually more important. That's what we call holistic because treating parasite is not difficult, but protecting and support the function of the person is actually more important than the parasite itself. Just like every condition, a lot of time when we are in the relative balance state, the person will be energetic, good bowel movement, good appetite, good stamina, good emotional state, very restorative sleep, not overreacting, not hyporeactive. When you're in a balanced state, actually, it's easy to know. When you're not in a balanced state, that's when you're starting to know something is wrong. When a person with parasite comes into my clinic, a lot of time, fortify the spleen qi, almost one of the most important things. Because antiparasitic medication, whether it's from Chinese medicine, functional medicine, or conventional medicine, in Chinese medicine it sees as cold. Just like antibiotic, the nature of antiparasitic medication is actually cold. And spleen qi doesn't like things that's too cold. Imagine that the spleen qi is like campfire. You don't want to put the ice, dump a bucket of ice in it. It's going to put off the fire. And then that's going to be a problem later on because it's very hard to rekindle the fire. So that's what I see in patients that went through antiparasitic medication is that if it's in large quantity for a long time or repeat the treatment so many times, we're starting to see the spleen qi being depleted. And the patient can feel cold, can feel like lethargic, can feel bloated or not able to eliminate normally. So that's also the sign of spleen qi or spleen yang deficiency. And when we encounter a patient like that, or a patient with parasitic infection, is that we actually protect the spleen qi first. Whether or not the parasite is still existing, we protect the spleen qi first. Because the stronger the spleen qi, the stronger the immune system, the more balance of the other functions. So spleen qi, strengthen or tonify spleen qi is always number one in treating parasitic infection. If you like this video, please subscribe and follow me, and I'll see you soon.